Oh, did I say Monday? My bad.
Yeah. Either way, it's.
Monday, so I'm saying, either way, it's. Some people work tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You were working tomorrow?
Yeah, that ain't gonna be too bad.
What time is the concert?
8.
So there's the chat. Oh, you went live. We're live, folks. Welcome. Let me share some of the Facebook real quick.
So some filler content if anybody's hopping in here early. I'm in a dance class with Larry from Atomos.
Like what kind of dance?
We had our first practice today. It was very, very
Hip-
intense.
Are you
Hip
doing
hop?
hop? Yeah.
Yes. Or I think it's maybe a Christina Aguilera song. I'm not sure.
Can you show us?
Well, I
some
mean that's
moves?
like hip hop
I could,
dancing.
but I'm probably not going to.
Aw.
Yeah. So like what it is like our daughters are in the same class for dancing,
Mm-hmm.
and for the recital they do. Our daughters have a ballet recital, but then they also do a family dance too. So we have a bunch of old people, old mom and dads, even a couple grandparents, and then we do our own dance, and then we get into it with the kids eventually.
Oh.
So it was intense. Me and Larry throw a guy.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
he's gonna
intense.
get hurt.
He looks like he's probably 40s, getting some some silver in the hair and stuff. I mean, we practiced like 5 times, dude, tossing him on his knees. There's a bunch of people throwing people, and there is a grandma who's getting thrown, and like the teachers are like,
This doesn't sound safe.
yeah, the teachers are doing this. I'm like, this is gonna end horribly. This lady is like almost 60.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm. This doesn't seem like a good idea.
Well, I'm like, you're gonna lost it. I mean, this lady's old, and we got these 40-year-old dudes throwing her. But yeah, it was fun.
Hmm.
Not really. I don't really like dancing, but but I do it. I do it for my children.
Hmm.
And it was definitely a boost of confidence, because I was like, because there's mirrors everywhere, and like I was at least top 2, probably most attractive man there, and fittest. So
man.
yeah, I was
Can't compete with
yeah, I
Larry.
was looking
though.
around like, yeah, you can't compete. Yeah, but Larry's probably that's why
I said top 2.
I was gonna say 1, but you know, I didn't want to do that to Larry. So
What subreddit was that?
it was for a book
Oh.
I'm researching. No need to be yelling out my internet browsing options.
What porn site is that? That wasn't Pornhub.
All right, Tim, you want to take control of the camera here?
All right.
So
We are not prepared for this. Just want to warn
we're
everybody.
very prepared.
Right
I've been here all day doing this outside after dance. Oh yeah, there yeah. Get right with my face. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we need as many cameras on me as possible, though.
Yeah, just get get right in the beard. All right, we're going with it. All right, we're going in. We're live, and Vince is the new director of this podcast. So if you
Thank you.
Also, Vince, every like couple of minutes, pop back over here to GarageBand. Just check sure nothing.
Yeah,
Make sure
that
nothing's
hasn't
crashed,
crashed.
and then come back to the stream and be live in there.
Okay.
Hopefully, we get some people chatting. But
I'll
welcome
do my best.
into the Garage Talk podcast. We are doing our annual Bracketology episode, and I was really convinced last week. Vince and I talked about doing pirates and rum, and we might have to do 2 Bracketology episodes.
Tyler, can we look into the camera a little bit more? Thank you.
We might do 2 Bracketology episodes. I don't know. So I'm going to grab my markers here. And so, yeah, we got a little bit of, if you're joining us live on the YouTube, we got a little bit of different setup. Vince is the man behind the desk. He's the, we'll call you the director and producer of this episode, Bracketology. Yeah. And Tim is the all-important cameraman.
Yeah, it's a great honor to have both of my hands occupied, so I can't take any drink of anything.
Well, Tim, if you start bringing beer again, then you can have your.
That's on me. That's on me today. I still have a lot of leftover Guinness from the sales, and then also I had some tall boys of Bush that are still in my.
Really,
so this is my bad.
That's
okay. This is my bad.
We didn't want the beer today because we all have very important jobs to do that we couldn't be distracted from.
We're even sober today, guys. So
that's how important the Bracketology episode is. Before we get into
Let's don't speak for everybody here.
oh, my bad.
it's like that's the camera's all wobbly and stuff. Before we get into the episode, we did get a gift in the mail this week from one of our passionate listeners.
Oh yeah,
Matt sent in something via mail to the podcast for Vince as a gift. So,
I can't see where the camera's pointing.
That's all right. Vince will direct you if you need.
Yeah,
me.
you're good. You're good.
All right, Vince,
so
you
far,
ready?
you've been good. Yeah, let's see it. This is me.
It's for you. And I'll read the letter.
He spent money on that.
I'll write.
You can't disrespect it because it's for the troops.
He spent money on that.
Garage Talk Podcast. I gift you my Mr. Unlimited jersey. It brought me luck in 2014 when he took us to the Super Bowl. I hope he does the same for your donkeys. I request it be hung on the wall behind Vince's chair. I want to see it during live feed. Yours truly. He doesn't even know his name, but Military Muscle Matt.
Yeah.
Military Muscle Matt.
So, yeah. Thank you, Matt, for the wonderful jersey. I'll make sure to get a frame, and we will have it hung behind Vince every podcast. So, and hey, maybe it'll bring you luck.
Mile High already caught on fire the week
that is
after
true.
the announcement. So, yeah, it's going great. It's going great in Denver.
They ever figure out what happened? Like somebody just
I have no idea. Apparently, it was like the suites or something. I don't remember.
somebody's up there just smoking a doober and didn't put it out properly.
Something.
Hmm.
They let Russ cook. Up there, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they need to fix that up real quick because I got a concert to go there in July. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
better
how
not
much
happen
damage.
again.
I'll look it up while you guys are talking. So
No, I think we're done. We're gonna dive right into the bracketology. I think I might let you guys choose. Maybe we'll do like a three-way vote on which bracket we do. So coming up with brackets is kind of hard, especially when we're doing our top 5 lists. It was kind of we already cover a lot of topics, and I want to do something a little more fun and original. So I mean, before we did, superheroes was pretty plain, but before that we did our Irish bracketology for the greatest Irish person because it takes place in the month of March and with St. Patrick's Day. And then after that, we did pandemics and worldwide pandemics because we were in the middle of COVID when we did that. So I was trying to think of what is going on now that we could maybe make a bracket to go along with current events and whatnot. So I decided we would do a bracket of the greatest wars in human history. In light of
How do you judge a war?
Yep, that's what we're gonna find out, Tim. Or we do pirates. But I think the war one would be fun.
What would we do with pirates?
Huh?
How would we do?
We vote for the best pirate and we vote for the best rum, and they get paired together, and then we vote which one's better. And it's cheap rum, by the way. Maybe we'll do that next week.
okay.
If
If
this goes well, maybe we'll do that one. So for the wars, bear with me here. I really should have put a table over by me. So we have on this side we have modern wars. And by modern wars, I mean wars with guns pretty much. And over here we have ancient wars.
Okay, so what's the what are
I'm not
how are we judging best wars and like what
I don't
are
know, we
the
did it for
bloodiest?
We did it for black plagues and epidemics.
That's true.
So I figured we could do it for war too.
okay.
Do you have like death totals like?
Vince will be researching.
Okay.
For that
Civilian,
Yeah, that's
civilian
true.
casualties. Is that going to be a part of
So
it?
obviously for modern warfare, the number 1 seed, World War II. And then let's see.
I think World War One was bloodier.
Well, bloodier, but it was also like just steeped with political like subterfuge.
Yeah, we'll
and
get into
weird
that
shit.
type of stuff.
I mean,
So with the number 6 overall seed, we have the Napoleonic Wars.
okay.
Yeah, the French.
Get up on here, Tim, with that camera.
Do like a over the shoulder like video game.
You like that?
Yeah.
Can you actually
And
see
now
anything?
for Tim's satisfaction, at the number 2 seed, we have WW1. get up on that? You
Get
see
in
that
there.
nice and clear?
Get in there nice and close, like.
And number 5 seed, we have the 100 Years' War.
That was fought with guns.
I don't know.
Yep, definitely. I don't think that was.
Well,
I don't.
it got shifted over to the modern war era because I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely knights.
Perfect. So
Yeah,
number 3.
that is-
Okay. Well, we had some research malfunctioning there, so maybe we'll just have that lose automatically.
Yeah, 1337 to 1453. So.
All right. Well, we're just gonna ignore that for now.
Okay, fair enough.
Number 3 is the Russian Civil War.
Jeez, what the hell?
Like the
So I know you didn't do any
Communist
research on it, but
Revolution?
yeah, I'm just this is weird. I don't even know much about that.
The Russian Civil War is actually one of the 3rd deadliest wars in human history behind World
Was
War
it?
II and World War One.
was that the
That research I did do. And number 4,
Hmm.
the American Revolution.
Oh, shortly after World War One.
Yep.
That was the Communist Revolution.
That's pretty much how we got
Yeah.
where we were. All right, so that is. This is going terribly. Who's in charge here? Why didn't I not get a desk?
I don't know. There's only one desk.
Vince, is anybody watching on the YouTube?
Nope.
Good. Hopefully nobody ever does. And now for our Ancient Wars, coming at the number 1 seed,
Get in there, Tim.
the Crusades.
Get in there, nice and deep, like.
And number 6. So Ancient Wars are a little bit hard because there's a lot. I mean, when you go back in time, everybody's warring all the time over literal everything. So
yeah.
it's kind of hard to find. So this next one is pretty. I labeled it as the end of the Han Dynasty. There was a battle that pretty much shifted China's history. So we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
I'm calling it the end of the Han Dynasty. Okay, I don't know if there's an official war name, but Vince gives more deets on that later.
Okay.
Is it? Should I pronounce it as dynasty or dynasty?
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
We're not English.
Well, I wanted
Yeah,
to be a
that's the-
historian.
We speak American around here.
All right, number 2 seed, we have the 3rd Punic War.
Pubic?
Punic.
Oh,
Punic. Oh.
so I'm fighting the other one right now.
You getting up on here, Tim? You seeing this?
Yeah, and
Getting
trying.
nice and good.
I wish I had a viewfinder, but
No, you're all right. Get in a little closer. You can get in there a little.
Number 5.
I only have so much cord.
Number 5 is the Greco-Persian Wars. Obviously, the Battle of Thermopylae, Battle of Marathon, all that good stuff's kind of included into this. And number 3rd seed, we have. So this is a fun little like side bracket. Within the bracket is expansions and conquests. So number 3, we got Genghis Khan.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell Genghis.
Yeah, close
Or-
enough.
right. Genghis Khan's conquest. And then the number 4 seed, we got Alexander the Great, his expansion. All right, so our bracket. Now let's get a full view of the board, Tim. That's how we got set up.
Can you see it all there?
We can
Director.
see it all. Get a little closer
A
though,
little
if
closer,
you
so
can.
maybe
Just
read a little bit.
oh yeah, do even a little. Yep.
Nice pan
nice
down.
pan down.
You guys are a great team. You should get in the film industry.
Yes, sir.
Now, I wish I had a boom mic. I wouldn't even hold my own mic. I would have Tim use the camera, talking to his own mic, and then have a boom mic over me at the same time.
Shoulder-mounted boom mic.
All right. So I guess I'll turn this way so you can see me and the
Okay.
board. Maybe I'll become left-handed doing this podcast. Modern Wars. We got WW2.
Get in there, Tim.
And Vince, are you prepared for these?
Let's do it.
World War II took place between what years?
1939 and
Just stand back. give me a hand on the board.
1946 was
45, I think.
before.
What?
Yeah, let me.
Oh,
Japan surrendered later than
I
Germany.
would like to preface this with, and there may be some confusion on the listener's part. We actually are not historians. I know we're very smart and we do have a lot of content and information and opinions on this kind of stuff, but we're not technical historians. I don't think anybody has a historical degree here. Correct?
I have no degrees. That's not true. I have
he has half a
one for-
degree.
Yeah.
He has a certificate.
Yeah.
Napoleonic Wars, obviously, Napoleon Bonaparte was a famous Frenchman. He's famously small. Famously small, 5'6".
Which was about average size for the time, but
Yeah.
Well, we have to do what we do with every other part of society. Is we have to look at historical lens through our own personal, modern lens.
Yeah.
So obviously he's a little short. I mean, he's shorter than I am. I'm a pretty short guy, so I'm going to take my shots at Napoleon because I can't really. There's nobody in the modern world I can really take shots at for height-wise. But yeah, Napoleon. I don't know why Napoleon is famous. I think he did. I know he invaded Russia.
Yeah.
Which paved the way.
It's
For
never a
everyone
good
in the
idea.
future to say maybe we shouldn't do this. Adolf Hitler saw that and said, I'm going to do that too. And it worked out the exact same for him as well. But obviously, this almost has to be a shoo-in. I feel like, you can't beat World War II.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, what do you? How
the
long?
The death toll of World War II is catastrophic, soldier and civilian wise.
Yeah,
And then you're including the Holocaust in that. It was bloody.
yeah.
It was big. It took. The whole world was involved.
Mm-hmm.
why
Yeah,
it's called
it's
World War II.
it's in the title, and who wasn't? I mean, it was just France versus Russia, Napoleon. The Napoleonic Wars. Did you look that up?
What were you asking? Sorry.
It's just France versus Russia. I mean, basically.
No, Napoleon basically was just
He fought everybody.
Yeah, he was declaring war on Europe basically. He's
okay.
This is France now.
Small man, big heart.
Yeah. And he did very well until he decided, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try Russia now.
And then he got banished from his own country and lived on an island and died.
Yeah.
6 years later.
I think World War II.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement there.
Probably.
Just because also World War II is so much more. Obviously, it's not black and white, right? But
it's so much more impactful, even to
well, it also just there was a very bad guy, Adolf Hitler, who was trying to genocide people.
Hey, don't let Mussolini get away with get out of here unscathed.
I won't. But I'm just saying, it was just a very bad guy, and the world, for an instant, it's again from the lens of a American textbook, history textbook, public school textbook.
Mm-hmm.
The world got together with America at the lead and brought down a tyrant.
Yeah, well, we actually let it go on for quite a while before we got bombed, and then we were like,
3
okay,
years,
we'll finally get in there,
3 years, Tim.
Because
Is it that long? 3 years.
In the grand scheme
yeah, we were like, you got this, England.
If we would have jumped in without any forethought, who knows what could happen, Tim? We had to be patient.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
now
true.
on to the next one. We got World War I as the number 2 seed. I am going to switch from the 100 Years' War because of my own ignorance, and we're going to go with the French Revolution. Napoleon kind of inspired this. The French Revolution, don't know a lot about it, but they overthrew Louis the 14th, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm also.
And
I also don't think that one had many guns.
Doesn't matter. We brought in the guillotine for this, and it's awesome.
Okay.
And I liked. We
Okay, yeah, they did. It looks like they did have muskets and stuff.
we had some muskets. So the French Revolution. Don't know much. Like I said, there's guillotines. There's people rebelling, and a monarchy pretty much overthrown.
Yeah.
Very exciting. This was probably the invention of democracy, if we're being honest.
Close to it, yeah.
We'll give the French credit for that. World War I, obviously, World War I was so strange, and the way it even happened. It happened in because there were rules in place where two countries could attack another country, and then there was the assassination of was his name Duke Ferdinand or whatever.
Franz Ferdinand
Jr. And then he. But anyway, that happened. It was a minor assassination between two small countries, and then one big country was like, "Well, they're our allies," and then another big country was like, "Well, these guys are our allies," and they all got mad at each other, and Germany started doing what they do best and invading Belgium and stuff.
Yeah.
World War I is so significant because it was the foundation and the building blocks for World War II.
I mean, it really set the stage for how real modern warfare was kind of fought, because
we went from muskets and guns and kind of the chivalrous idea of warfare to let's try out this mustard gas here. Let's try out these Gatling guns and let's just blow each other in the kingdom come.
Yeah.
We didn't use horses quite as much.
Horses started getting waxed.
Airplanes.
They were still using them, but
airplanes. There was there was hardly anything. There was no real anti-aircraft weaponry either. So owning when you own the skies, it actually meant a great deal, because they're shooting at you with
you're throwing dynamite over the edge at them.
Yeah. So World War I was it was incredible. It was it's so hard to think about, because they didn't know how to go about fighting with machine guns and stuff, so they just dug themselves into trenches and went so we're just gonna. So before, we used to just take turns firing muskets at each other from about 30 yards from each other. Now we're gonna go 50, 60 yards from each other and take turns just running across no man's land.
Whoever comes out of the hole dies first, I guess.
Yeah. We could get into it for hours, but the whole political scene behind World War I, it was just so. It really ruined soldiers and society's lives and what they knew about life in general. And it really, like I said, all the events happened in World War I. Echoed in World War II. They like I said earlier, built the foundation for it.
You know what is that's actually this just came to my mind. Kind of fitting that you forgot about the Korean War.
I didn't forget about it.
Well, it's called the Forgotten War,
I forgot that.
and we don't add this one in there, or add that one.
I tried to be diverse. I don't want just American wars.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go World War I.
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah.
Those are the worst bracketology we've ever done.
Yeah, we don't really have.
We're gonna get in the nitty gritty here soon. Just wait.
Okay.
This is get heated. All right, so like I said, the Russian Civil War was the absolute bloodbath, and this was again the end of pretty much a monarchy. It's how Marxism and Tim's views came into existence. Sorry, low blow. There's so many tales that come out of and the Russian Civil War is right around the time of World War I. They were kind of affecting each other, but this Russian Civil War had Rasputin. Anastasia, all those, crazy stories. Very, very fun, lore. A lot of fun lore came out of this. If you guys don't know anything about Rasputin, go research him, because it's just fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And then the American Revolution, probably the greatest war in human history. Many.
Oh, I think we know which one you're thinking.
Many saviors and heroes. George Washington, Sam Adams. The list goes on and on. Just a beautiful time in American history.
Tim is just wincing.
What?
Cringing.
How?
Calling those guys heroes.
They were. What?
They were slave owners, Tim.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Pick one, Tim.
And American
Why am
I?
I?
Great. We came together with our French brothers, our Native American brothers, and we took down the evil redcoat English monarchy, King George. Get the hell out of here! This is our land. Freedom was born this day.
We even African American.
I should be wearing my American hat, my American flag hat.
There you go. Even African American people helped us fight that one too.
Yeah. The moral of the story is nobody likes the English.
Yeah, I still feel that way. So
yeah.
Yep.
That's why we still celebrate the 4th of July.
Yeah. And being that the Russian Civil War kind of turned into Russia becoming just
the USSR,
one of the shittiest places on earth, and America becoming the greatest place on earth. I think we know who wins this one too.
Tim. So Vince is voting for the Russian Civil War.
Okay.
The American Revolution.
Yeah. Okay. Since you guys are just gonna call me a communist and hate America, anyways, I might as well.
No, go with your heart, Tim. What do you got?
And
to say?
if we were still owned by England today, we might have healthcare and shit. So maybe it wasn't that great. That happened. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. I'll just be a contrarian. Russian Civil War.
Very fitting. Very fitting for your personality. And based off my descriptions earlier, obviously, American Revolution
Yeah,
is the winner.
it didn't really matter.
I appreciate you making the podcast more lively and fun, though.
Yeah.
American Rev. I guess brings us to our next point: World War I and American Revolution.
Whew.
This is tough for me because, like I said, I'm fast. I'm probably more fascinated by World War I than I am World War II.
I mean, like I said, the political subterfuge and all it wasn't as clear cut as World War II. We're not on that yet. Hold on. World War I hasn't won yet.
Nope.
We don't know. Okay, so World War I. I mean, the death toll is insane. The effect it left on, like you said, just so many different countries' livelihoods.
I mean, aren't there places in Europe you still can't go because they bombed it to? Or like you can go, but like it still can't grow grass because they bombed it so much with artillery. Pretty sure there is.
Possibly.
I know there's still they still find landmines and stuff too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
all
or
the time.
unexploded
Yeah.
bombs and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
American Revolution, though, I mean, we're still finding cannonballs and stuff from like that
Are we?
era. Yeah, there's still cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but think of how many heroes there were from the American Revolution.
yeah,
Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock.
it's foot penis now. It's the other way.
We actually found his last written will. He wanted it to be changed to that. I'm gonna go swinging off here first. I'm gonna go with American Revolution, taking out World War I right off the bat.
Wow. Okay.
Tim, go. We'll let Tim
Yeah.
choose.
Tim,
We
you
don't want to
go.
put it on Tim just in case.
I mean, I don't know what our there's no clear cut basis of what we're choosing either one.
But there never is.
As far as I mean, we're going to impact like as far like what is there was like a percentage on the World War I like I don't know how much the population declined, like it was insane.
Yeah.
The
European population declined by quite a bit.
like 30% or something. Yeah, I don't know, it was something
Here,
crazy.
let me look it up.
So as far as death toll, if we're going to go, I'm going to use that as my measuring stick.
Okay.
It's World War One. So
Okay.
as far as impact on the world,
All right, Vince. It's down to you now. We're going between World War I and the American Revolution.
You know, like this, both of you bring up
Such great points.
points.
Especially me.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I had to look
You look
up
up casualty count.
well, just like how much the world population dropped off. Holy cow! Yeah. Yep. Not all the mobilized men were at the front. In fact, okay, never mind. Nope, wrong part. Anyways, yeah, it did make us. I can't find a.
yeah, I don't know. I
Significant
swear it was like 30% or
Yeah,
something
it's something
crazy
crazy.
like that. Yeah.
But also, I mean, think how many English died in the American Revolution.
Which is why I do love. But I'm trying to put biasness aside.
Because we're about history and facts on this
Yeah.
podcast only.
So it's tough because World War I set up a political landscape that brought about some of the
Nazism.
Nazism. The USSR kind of like was brewing. It was bubbling in the Eastern European.
Yeah, because
countries.
World War I like established almost like extremism for certain ideologies and certain
Whereas
views.
the revolution set up
the
America.
but this set up the extremism of freedom.
Yeah. And now we deliver freedom
Every
everywhere
man
America
is
goes.
equal. And we've scattered that throughout the world. Think of that impact. That is massive. The things that we have done for the world because of the American Revolution.
This is tough.
You're welcome.
Tyler, I might have to go with World War I on this one. Because I know. Because
Sorry, I love the American Revolution. Like, all joking aside, I'm so fascinated by the history of it, and I don't know what I like.
aren't you more fascinated with World War I history?
Huh?
Aren't you more fascinated with World War I history?
It's tough. I like both of them.
Well,
Yeah.
as far as the American Revolution goes, fought very not a whole lot of ground was covered. I don't think, it was kind of
Mostly.
America.
well. I mean, it was pretty much fought.
Sea to
fought
shining sea.
it was
Tim.
well, yeah, but yes, the impact of it. I'm just saying, like where they fought was pretty localized or
Northeast.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't beat
And
World War One.
You guys are just gonna discredit the Boston Tea Party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. Well,
The Boston Tea Party where they dressed up like Native Americans so it didn't look like white people were doing it. Like
is that
real.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, it is.
They didn't teach me that in history class.
I know they don't. Yeah, they dressed up. They would were wearing like Native American. They were culturally appropriating before it became a buzzword.
Before cultural appropriation was a thing. Why would they dress up as Native Americans? Like, wasn't the whole point is to rebel?
No, that was not the whole point. It was like that was like one of the points, but they didn't want them to think that it was like actual Americans doing it for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe. I'm gonna need some sources on that.
Cool. I'll look that up too for you.
So we'll get into World War I and World War II. Now, obviously, I think we've been leading up to this the whole time. I think that's safe to say, but we've been talking both up from stage one, pretty much. I mean, I think there was a bit of a fluke there, but that's okay. Let's see, Tim. I'll let you go first, Tim.
I mean, I know more about World War II, I guess, and as far as I don't know, that's just the one that, well, growing up in the 90s, that's all that was on the History Channel, and so there's a lot of info bouncing around in my head about that.
And one argument we haven't made about World War II: invention of nuclear weaponry. That's pretty significant. Maybe not a good thing.
I think yeah, I don't know. It kind of, I mean, it's the sequel. I think it kind of overshadows the original.
It's one of the maybe in Tim's eyes, what it sounds like is that maybe one of the few times where the sequel's better than the original.
I wouldn't say better, but yeah, I guess it is. As far as it came afterwards, so it's still the effects of it. We still are felt today. So I mean, you can't really.
Especially with like with it being kind of the
we
brought about nuclear. GarageBand quit unexpectedly. Don't know what to do now. Reopen.
You're supposed to be keeping an eye on it, Vince.
It literally just popped up.
Are we Gucci?
Okay, we're cool.
We're still going.
It just.
I don't know. I'm scared of my crash.
I'm scared to touch anything. So.
Okay, we're good.
Right.
So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I think we're smooth sailing.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dodged the bullet there.
I mean, yeah, like it brought about now this current situation of every like large government stockpiling nuclear arms.
Yeah, and us telling other dangerous governments that they can't have them, and and now we have
Tim.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it doesn't make a lot of sense to be like
if there's
who we
somebody's
need
gonna have a monopoly on nuclear weapons, I'd rather be me.
Yeah.
So Tim, you're going WW2?
Yeah, I mean it's.
All right, Vince. Here's where we're gonna get down to it.
Oh, okay. I like the stance. Got
'Cause
nice
it's
and
down-
wide.
it's down
Get that
to
stance.
Tim,
Tim,
get down on my legs.
show the stance real quick. Oh my God!
All right, Tim.
Tim,
About blew out
a
his
little
knee
low.
again.
Just show the feet real quick. Get it nice wide stance. Okay, we're
Flexing
good.
my calves.
I don't know why you had to get down on your knees to do this. Tim.
I don't know why I
You
did
just
either.
Yeah.
Hold your arm down.
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I'm a method cameraman. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm scared because whoever picks next, I want there to be some sort of conflict for the last person to pick. So I wouldn't mind being the decider, but if you're just gonna pick W2 right off the bat.
Are you letting me pick?
I mean-
what's happening?
I'm deciding. I'm trying to read Vince and see what he's gonna pick.
I have no tells though. That's
I
why I'm so
know,
good
you-
at
you've been-
poker and stuff.
Okay, well, so I think I'm pretty confident and secure in my pick, so I'll go first. I'm going World War One because, like I said, I'm fascinated by political intrigue. It's why I like Game of Thrones. And there was a lot of political intrigue here, and everything going on, like I said, with Russia during that time, and Belgium fighting Germany, and let's do one thing here. Okay, Germany's gotten kind of a bad rap over the years, obviously because of World War II and Nazism.
And World War One.
Well, they weren't that bad in World War One. That was propaganda, Vince. They were just fighting on their side, doing their thing. They weren't exterminating groups of people or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not World War II Germans.
Well then, but yeah,
All they did
the
was
reason
invade Belgium, and that's not that bad of a thing in my opinion. I wish they would have wiped Belgium off the map personally. So you got all that going on. That's fascinating. Get America showing up late as usual.
We like to sleep in on these things, It takes time.
Yeah. We're not early risers, okay? We need our beauty sleep before we go kick some ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm more fascinated by the lore of World War One. I do.
The lore.
Well, I mean, is it disheartening to say that World War II was more tragic? I think that I know World War One was super tragic for everybody involved.
Yeah.
World War II is at a whole nother level of like obviously genocide, and that just it makes me sad. I don't like to think about that.
And 2 nuclear bombs dropped on civilian populations.
See, yeah, that makes me sad. I want to think about that.
Yeah.
So the lore is a little more fascinating than World War One for me because there's not necessarily that going on. There's a lot of awful things going on, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with World War One. I think from a historical standpoint, I'm more interested in it, so to speak.
I'm interested in it. That I need to know more about it before I.
Yeah. All right, Vince, you are the tiebreaker here
Yeah.
for the winner of the Modern Wars bracket.
Yeah, and it is a tough decision. So I love like airplanes, and I love like especially the old school dog fighting, right? Not just like missile launch it and fly off into.
Hey, side convo. Have you seen Dunkirk?
Not yet, no.
Oh, you should go watch that immediately.
Yeah, I want to.
You would like that a lot.
Is it on HBO? I think it's on
Yeah,
HBO
it's on
Max.
HBO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
go
it's on
watch
HBO Max.
Dunkirk, done by Christopher Nolan, and talks about Dunkirk. Okay, cool.
And like I said, before, World War One was kind of the first ever war
The
where
introduction of planes.
aerial combat was introduced, and that shit is so fascinating. What they had to do, like the engineering that went behind mounting guns to
A biplane.
to a right behind the propeller, they had to come up with an idea like how to trigger so that the bullets would actually go in between the propeller as it's spinning. Fascinating stuff. And then, like the idea that they basically were in the air fighting each other. I mean, pilots were getting shot in their planes and using their own pistols, like
Moving
shooting
out their pistols, trying to shoot the other. They were drive-bys.
Yeah.
They were flybys.
Yeah. And it was incredible. I mean, and we got crazy individuals like that. Like the Red Baron was from there. We had several American pilots from World War One that had huge impacts on the war.
Also, who's that one German general? Not Bismarck. There was some German general. He's on Wonder Woman. But I was listening to a history podcast about him, and he single-handedly took a base from Belgium. He charged it himself and just took it over.
Yeah, there was one gentleman, and he was like a Scotsman, I believe, and he literally had a bagpipe and a claymore, and also a gun, and was running into battle with this stuff.
Of World War One?
In World War One.
It's kind of badass.
Super cool. I'd have to do some more research on him to get a name, but yeah. So there was it was just a culmination of old school and new school, and them just bashing into each other all of a sudden, and super fascinating. Whereas World War II, again, we had, all of a sudden nuclear weaponry, and also which evolved into nuclear power, which is again very good. Everybody, we need nuclear power, please. And
The greenest energy there is.
Yep. And then,
Nice.
but we still were able to keep the dogfighting stuff. But now the stakes are higher because we decided, we need to be able to shoot airplanes out of the sky from the ground. So the stakes were a bit higher, but you get the P-51 Mustang. You get the old
Panzer.
Yeah. I'm talking about airplanes.
I was talking about different vehicles.
Oh, I'm talking about airplanes.
Panzer's a tank.
I love airplanes.
They sucked.
Yeah, fucking dunked on by Abrams tanks. So.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah. But you got the MiG would also Germany was testing a bunch of different jet planes and stuff. One did actually see aerial combat, which was kind of cool. Did not do well, but it did.
Did
Did have a jet. There was a jet that flew in World War II.
Also, World War II gave us Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be reluctant.
World War One had Battlefield 1. You know? Yeah.
All right, Vince, let's make a decision here.
I think I'm going World War One, man.
All right.
I think I'm going to go with the upset, dude.
Upset the underdog, the number 2 underdog.
Yeah. I just
W1.
like you said, just there was so much kind of like story in World War One that that's a lot deeper compared to World War Two. So, yeah. All right.
Can we slide the desk over a little bit?
Yeah, whatever you got to do.
We're on the far side. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, put it
Thank
right
you,
on that
thank
Russell
you.
Wilson jersey too. Okay.
All right. Now we're on to ancient warfare.
All right.
Which-
Also,
we should preface the ancient warfare. We are much less knowledgeable about any of this.
yeah. Quick sidebar for you too. Yes. During the Boston Tea Party, a group of 30 to 130 men dressed in Mohawk warrior disguises boarded the 3 vessels over the course of 3 hours.
Source?
I mean, Wikipedia, dude. Where else?
Oh,
are
okay,
you?
we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got the Crusades, which is classic. It's that movie Kingdom of Heaven. It was about that. Pretty cool with Legolas and Liam Neeson. Fun movie. But the Crusades, which was the Crusades were. That's the thing with all these wars is they happen over such a long period of time. It's like.
I mean, yeah, this one was literally 200 years.
Yeah, there's just so many battles that go into it. And it's just constant warfare back in this time. But yeah, that was obviously the classical Christians versus Islamics.
Yeah.
Fighting for bits
The
of-
Holy
and
Land.
then
Middle East.
It was the Latin church, okay, the Spanish church. Let's clear that up a little bit too.
Oh, was it?
I mean,
What?
they started it, they directed it.
The Spaniards did?
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
The Spaniards are kind of honestly like some of the worst people.
They're kind of like the low-key shitty people in history.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
And then
Inquisition.
you're going to have to do some quick research here,
Okay,
Vince.
yeah,
The end of the Han
shit,
Dynasty.
I already had that typed
The end
up.
of the Han Dynasty, again, there was a few. The way China's history is like very massive, expansive. Obviously, there's so many people, and we don't really learn about it at all in American schooling. I think is it just me or am I pretty?
I mean,
I know very
there's
little
there's
about
not
Chinese
there's
history.
not a whole lot of Chinese history. You have to go to college for that.
Yeah, but they went through so many different dynasties, and I mean, there was a lot of civil war and a lot of just battling between that whole chunk.
Was General Tsao in that one?
I can't tell if you're being
Is
serious
it
or not.
this one?
I can't tell if you're being serious.
One thing we know about General Tsao, he's chicken.
It was General Tsao.
There's
and
gonna be a lot of
Captain Kung Pao.
there's gonna be a lot of names in here that I'm gonna butcher.
That's
So
all right.
just a heads up for everybody.
Does it say that? Do you have that off the top of your head the death count of the Han Dynasty?
There's definitely no accurate ones. That's gonna be
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
mean,
I'm just gonna go.
they're
so
really
we-
shooting the dark
so
with
yeah,
those old
So
ones.
we don't just get stuck here forever. I'm just gonna go with the Crusades. It's more famous. People know. People at least can tell you kind of a general rule of thumb what the Crusades are.
Yeah.
You ask what the Han Dynasty is. Nobody can really even tell you a time frame.
What is the time frame?
It was roughly between very early time.
Were we even in quadruple digits yet? Or?
No, it's 189 to roughly 220 CE.
Damn.
So
Okay. Wow.
CE,
I don't
AD. Does that
know.
mean the same thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
And what? Yeah. So,
I'm going with Crusades. Tim, shoot
Yeah.
dark. Pick whoever you want.
hey, I'd love to learn more about the Han Dynasty, and I can't vote for the Christians, so yeah.
Okay.
We're going Han Dynasty.
Yeah, this is. I think this is a little tougher than you make it sound, Tyler. I mean, yes, we know more about the Crusades, kind of.
I know this is very tough. I was just getting the ball rolling. 'cause we
Oh,
don't know
gotcha.
anything.
Oh, gotcha. I just think, I mean, this kind of era of like Chinese of China is very interesting because I mean we had people with the term warlord in their title, which is fucking
Kinda
badass, dude. Like instead of like holy knights, like
I mean, I think Holy Knights is kind of badass too.
I wouldn't say it's badass. Like I mean they're virgin knights running out to
Are
battle.
they
Like,
really?
I mean they probably.
Sounds good.
Some of them I'm sure were virgins.
They're virgins until they raped and pillaged their first
Yeah.
They,
marriage.
yeah.
Until
and
they-
they
until
use
they-
they use that poop hole loophole for the virginity too. So
Yeah, until they met their first Muslim victims, but yeah, it's tough. I mean, and then
Oh yeah, I should say for Crusades, I like medieval knights. I think those are cool. So part of my.
And also, the Han Dynasty set up the whole the 3 kingdoms, which just sounds like a fantasy story. Yeah, it's tough to say.
What's your pick, Vince?
I'm gonna go with the Crusades. I don't know.
It's a very close game. The Han Dynasty almost came in with the upset.
It was, yeah. I was considering it.
That went into overtime.
That went into double overtime.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yell at me.
I don't know.
Trying to
I
run.
have no.
Get in there,
I have.
close it.
Here we go.
I have no
Here,
view.
I'll stand on this side.
When
Are we good to hear, Vince?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I have
All
no
right.
viewfinder. I just gotta guess.
So now this is gonna be a fun one. We know a little bit more. The Third Punic War is the Punic Wars were 3 different wars fought between the Romans and the Carthagins. And the third one is what ended it all because it ended with literally the destruction of Carthage. Romans are we're done with this. And invaded, boom, over with. So that's kind of cool. I mean, the Romans did a lot in human history, and they definitely were very innovative and progressive in the way of warfare.
Yeah.
And then we got the Greco and Persian wars, which have, I mean, this, I don't want to say it's on mythology levels, but there is, it's kind of like the American Revolution. There's a lot of heroes, King Leonidas, Xerxes, stuff like that. And, we run marathons to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Marathon kicked it all off. We got movies, about 300,
Also, Carthage had that great general Hannibal, which was, a cool name and cool. Another
huge
interesting
inspiration
character
for Silence of the Lambs.
Definitely.
Well, he also had he invented that like a war maneuver.
that was a fun effect you made with the camera too for that.
War maneuver.
I can't remember what it was called, but
let's let
maybe
Vince go first on here. You had to go the last couple times. We'll let you go first. No pressure on you.
Oh man, that's tough. So we got. That's kind of funny though that we have Greece kind of in both of these.
Greece used to be cool.
Greece
Sorry,
was
Larry.
yeah. Now they're just terribly in debt and didn't do too well during COVID, but
they're pretty laid back though, and that's cool.
they are.
I like.
Yeah. We're kind of oh, we're poor.
Yeah.
Forget about it, right? That's a great.
Cook
thing.
up some gyros and whatnot.
I think you're thinking of Italians, but
Italian, Greek.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go through Punic War because I think it sounds like Third Pubic War. So, and there's 3 of them.
Go ahead, Tim.
There's not even 3 world
I
wars.
mean,
yet.
I definitely I've never heard of the Third Punic War, so I got to go with the Greco-Persian War. I mean,
So it's all on me now.
Sir.
My decision's important one. You have this on camera, Tim? This is me thinking intently.
Oh yeah, you got a good angle on him. Perfect.
and if you're a podcast listener, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can
Still
see
no viewers. So.
Nice plug, Tim. Nice plug.
see.
I'm going Greco-Persian Wars.
This is
The upset there.
Fair enough.
This is the most ambitious camera work we've done in a long time.
Also, I like the mythology. Greek was all separate entities at the time.
Yeah.
Persia came in, and Greek's like, let's unite.
Yeah. Sparked off by the
Battle
The
of
brave
Battle of
300.
Thermopylae.
Yeah, the brave 300 led by King Leonidas the First.
Hey guys, there's a lot of good movies in here.
There is a
Have
lot.
you guys
of
seen
it.
1917, the World War One? That's a good.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
All right, now we got Genghis Khan in his conquest
Dude.
versus Alexander's conquest, Alexander the Great, who was another Greek man, and he and I loved learning about Alexander because I took a military history class in high school.
Oh.
It was a social studies teacher who loved it and fought for the class to be invented so we could teach it.
Hmm.
So I got into that and it was cool. And we just talked about Alexander the Great and how much of a drunk prick he was. He's almost like I said, legendized to an extent, but he killed his own. He killed his best friend, his right hand man, because he got really drunk one night and decided to stab him with a spear. It was
it happens. I mean, it's yeah, that's just a bad Saturday,
I'm gonna go first. We'll let Tim go last here on this one. I am gonna go with Alexander's expansion.
Really?
Yeah, I find, like I said, I find the story of Alexander the Great fascinating. The Colin Farrell movie was really bad. Don't recommend that.
How dare you?
Very, like I said, very inaccurate historically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
It was.
Which movie is that?
Alexander.
Oh, is this called Alexander?
And Angelina Jolie was like his hot mom with the snake hair or whatever. All right, Vince. Genghis Khan
Oh, dude,
or
this is easy.
Alexander?
Genghis Khan. Hands down.
You're a big Genghis Khan fan.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, Alexander, yeah, he had the second biggest empire in the world, second to Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, I mean, there's literally...
What percentage of the population of
is like,
Earth
yeah,
is like related to him?
Yeah, like, it's some, like...
He not only conquered, he spread his seed.
Yeah, like, it's like a ridiculous number of, like, the Asian continent is, like, related to Genghis Khan by minuscule amounts because, yeah, he was just banging everything that he went through.
Banging or raping?
A little this, little that, you know what I'm saying? I think he had a lot of wives, so...
a
but also,
lot of consenting wives.
Yeah. But, I mean, he also, like, he didn't always just go in saying, you know, I'm just going to rape and pillage you. He went, so do you want rape and pillage, or do you just want to join me?
He's a fair guy.
Yeah.
You want to give everybody,
you can pick.
Give everybody a chance.
And you can, yeah, and whatever you believe, I don't care.
Granted, Xerxes did that too, though.
Kind of.
But he just got his ass kicked on the tail end.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, Genghis Khan, he was just like, you could still believe whatever you want, don't care. Worship whatever god you want, don't care. Just as long as, you know, I get some ladies and some soldiers and
some money.
Yeah, and some monies. Cool. So, I don't know. He's also a very fascinating guy with, like, tons of myth and lore surrounding him as well. So,
all right, Tim, down to you now between Genghis Khan and Alexander. Pretty much take out the conquest and expansion and just think about the two guys.
I mean, didn't they build a wall in China because of Genghis Khan, or was that before?
Attila the Huns.
Haven't you seen Mulan?
Yeah.
Another very historical.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Khans even tried to invade Japan, which is fucking fascinating too. Didn't even know that until I played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Genghis.
Hell yeah!
If you weren't, I was gonna change mine because Vince really convinced me.
Hell yeah!
Can you read that, Tim?
Get in there.
All right.
Perfect.
Now we're at the Greco-Persian Wars or Genghis Khan's conquest. Tim, go first.
I mean, Genghis Khan took over like a pretty good portion of Asia, right?
Yeah, like the large majority, and also some parts of like Eastern Europe. So yeah.
So yeah, as far as a covering of ground, I think that's how I'm gonna go with this one. I think Genghis covered more ground, was greater.
I mean, he was
there was a lot more space.
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting on so many fronts. It's incredible.
Yeah, so.
And able to succeed at it.
Well, we know who the winner is because we already know who Vince is picking.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Like I said, I mean,
okay.
As I've been reading a little bit more about the Greco-Persian War, and yeah, because I mean, it's just like, I love 300. It's one of my favorite movies because, I mean, it was like probably the first like it's like one of the only movies by Zack Snyder that I could be like, yeah, that's a Zack Snyder movie, you know, and it's tough.
Have you seen 300 too?
Yeah, not good.
Not? I've never seen it.
Not good. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. So it's tough because, yeah, I mean, it talks about...
Also, and it has Cersei.
Cersei, yeah, it's true. And we get to see her boobies.
Yeah. It's probably double.
I think we get to see her real boobies in that one. I mean, she was younger then.
Why is that? Why she showed her boobs in that movie and not Game of Thrones?
Probably. She probably has a little.
What are you talking about? She was completely naked.
Yeah, that was a body double.
It was a body double.
Yeah.
Jeez. So yeah, it's actually a bit tougher than you guys make it out to seem. Nah, I gotta go with Genghis Khan. Sorry. I love Leonidas though, and the Spartans.
And we might as well not even waste time here because we all know that Genghis Khan's going to beat the Crusades as well. So
Yeah.
not usually much debate.
He's
there.
a 3 seed too. Jeez.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 seed.
Wow. Number 1's getting knocked out here.
Should I get this more legible?
Now this one is gonna be a bit tougher. To...
Zoom in on that.
Yep. Let's get in.
Let's
in
get
there,
that.
Tim.
That's your final, ladies.
Get in
and
there a little
gentlemen,
closer, Tim.
Of war. Get in there. Yeah.
A little bit in there.
Get in there.
Perfect.
World War I versus Genghis Khan and his conquest.
Ready? Fight.
This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough for Vince. I feel like.
It is tough.
What do you think, Tim? Or do you want to go last? Do you want to be the decider?
Here,
I really don't want to be.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
don't
first.
really
Okay.
want to be the decider on this
'cause-
one, but
yeah, this is tough. I'll try and let you guys get some ideas in your heads on how you want to decide. So obviously, World War One.
You're gonna make good. Based off of this, how this is going, you're gonna make good arguments for both sides.
Yeah, World War One. I mean, it's in the name. It's the first world-encompassing war that the world has seen, and that on a scale is just incredible. Whereas Genghis Khan was like, he still, like Tim said, covered so much ground for his time. Like, so in context, I mean, like it could have been a world war with Genghis Khan and him just taking people out left and right. So it's kind of tough. Whereas Genghis Khan did it kind of by himself, and instead of multiple countries coming together to like stop something, Genghis Khan was like, "This is all mine, and we're all taking it over." I think I'm gonna give it to Genghis Khan.
Here's a fascinating idea. How would Genghis Khan fare fighting in World War One? We're like put Genghis Khan in some sort of modern war,
Dude. I mean, they were using cavalry still in World War One.
or like what if Genghis Khan like fought during the Crusades?
I think he would have
Be crazy.
He would have wrecked so many. I don't know what side he would be fighting for.
It'd be a fun story.
He'd be fighting for
his
the
own. He would fight both of them.
Yeah, Muslims, Christians. They could get it.
All right, so Vince is going Genghis Khan.
I am.
Tim, do you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
I'll let you be the decider because I'm just gonna be contrarian on this one. I'm gonna pick World War One because
Tim's a big contrarian.
I mean, as far as I don't know, my measuring stick on this, I think who knows how many people died or Genghis Khan or how many people Genghis Khan killed, but as far as being,
don't forget he actually replaced some of the population too.
yeah, that's true.
He did his
But-
work.
As far as the wars that impact modern society today, still it's World War One, and I guess it's more. I don't know.
There's also more known about World War One.
Down
Yeah.
to me, huh? I'm gonna sit down. I'm tired of standing.
Me too.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna sit-
go sit with him. Here,
I'm gonna
take
sit
one.
here. I'm gonna sit here. Make sure the camera's on my face still, Tim.
God damn it!
You don't get to sit, Tim.
Yeah, get me in there too. Hi guys.
I can't see.
So
Yeah,
When
we're
I'm
good.
wa-
You got him. You got his face.
Okay.
Get a little closer if you can. There you go. A little lower.
I'm pondering
Perfect.
greatly.
Can we get a chin scratch?
I'm studying the board.
There you go.
It looks. It's hard to say on this.
Not really sure if we should even have this as an audio only. This is kind of a pretty visual podcast.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
we don't want to neglect the listeners. They know
Yeah.
if they want to watch it, get on YouTube.com, type in Garage Talk, and come find us. Subscribe. That way, you're notified every single episode when
Yeah.
we go live.
Yeah.
It dings up on your phone
That way,
right away.
that way you can come back
And then I can stop posting it on Facebook. It takes forever because my computer's slow. I'm trying to live stream. All right. I've made a decision.
Have you
Back
decided?
to our feet.
Okay.
We're getting old.
God.
Crisscross applesauce hurts the knees a little more than it used to.
a little down, Tim.
Yep.
There you go.
My decision.
My arm is getting tired.
I'm going to go World War One.
All right, there it is.
Champion.
Our new war bracket champion.
World War One is the greatest war in the history of wars.
I mean, it It's dubbed the Great War.
It is the Great War.
It is the Great War, and
So
it's just and even
retains its title.
If we're looking at like when you think of fun, like playing World War II, Call of Duty is fun because the action's fun. You think of the Crusades and Genghis Khan, cavalry coming with swords, cutting people up. That stuff's more exciting than the warfare going on in World War One. World War One, like we talked about before, is just kind of going back and forth, just destroying all land. It's not as fun, as we will go back to it again.
As if any war is fun.
In the contest of the bracket.
Like I said, it looks like Genghis Khan had a lot of fun doing this.
He seemed to have a pretty good time.
Yeah.
How did Genghis Khan die?
I think it was literally just old age. Here, I'll double check.
That's it. That's almost even more badass.
Yeah.
Like he was so
I think
good
he might have actually gotten it probably was like some
Probably
sort of,
syphilis.
Yeah.
Pneumonia.
Yeah. There's not a
what that
lot.
was.
There's actually not a lot of information on what caused his death.
Ooh, so there's a little more mystery involved.
Yeah.
That's,
Some say he died, fighting against the Chinese kind of state. Also
Han,
illness,
probably Han.
falling from a horse, wounds sustained during hunting.
I mean,
There's
how long?
tons.
What was his era? Like, what was this?
Was his era?
Yeah.
It was he died in, they think, roughly in August of 1227.
Oh, I'm glad we
Okay.
got the month in there too.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Mm-hmm.
It was
also,
a nice summer's day. It was beautiful.
I do like the Genghis Khan's conquest. I'm just with World War One. The ramifications that were instilled from people on all sides of the war: Germany, Belgium, England, America, everyone who was involved. I mean, it was probably Europeans more than us, obviously, but the ramifications of a people feeling that their government failed them, that other countries have failed them, and that's what sparked so much of the ideas going into World War II, and these people feeling that they had to develop this rash actions of extremism, and it's just very intriguing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we find every country financially punished Germany and pushed them into the and thinking Hitler let's give this guy a try. I mean, he's got some things.
I'm not trying to give Hitler a pass or anything like that, but I'm saying that kind of stuff did contribute to him becoming who he became.
Yeah.
And so all of that is just very intriguing. So I got.
And he had some good ideas.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of bad ideas.
I mean, it was kind of crazy that he had a whole division, of guys looking for ancient artifacts. I mean, trying to steal, it inspired, some movies with that,
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, part of Captain America too. So.
If there was no Hitler, would there be an Indiana Jones?
It's true. Would Harrison Ford be who he is today without Hitler? Harrison Ford owes everything he has. Holy shit. Okay, yep.
That's probably a good,
moving on.
Probably a good time for the podcast, I think. Unless we have any other.
Okay, let's clear this up. Hitler bad, okay? We're
Bad. Hitler's very bad. Germany is just bad.
Was bad.
Is still bad. Because now they have worse tyrants like Schweinsteiger
I bow to him.
and Mueller.
Thomas Mueller. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? USA Soccer, we are in the backstretch of World Cup qualifying. I'm about to strip out of these clothes nude and get all of my American gear on because we have a chance to clinch World Cup qualification tonight against Panama. Very exciting stuff. All we have to do is beat Panama, and Costa Rica has to tie to El Salvador. Not going to happen. El Salvador is definitely not going to beat Costa Rica, but if they can just tie 0-0, we're in, baby. That's all we need. I'm so excited. I
hate when a lot rides on another game, ending in a specific, specific
I hate it
way.
too. But listen,
we got to take every chance.
we got to take it while we can because we're gonna get pushed into the next game more than likely. But we're missing Weston McKennie. We got a bunch of yellow cards against Mexico, so we're gonna be missing a few other people. I think Timothy
Classic
Way is
game.
gone.
Yeah.
Timothy Way is gonna be gone, and Miles Robinson, I believe, will be gone.
Oof.
So it's gonna be we're missing a lot of key players. But it's time for the young guys to step up, and this is why we're here. Yeah. I'm very nervous. I'm very excited.
Me too. Tim, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I hope we qualify. That'd be great. so we can go cook in Qatar with everybody else, or Qatar, or whatever you
I
want
still
to
got to
say.
figure out how to get out of work.
Yeah, you better figure that out.
Because that's like Christmas season's very busy for us, and like we're not allowed to take any time off. Like I would take all my vacation days, not allowed. So
You're gonna be sick a lot.
I think I'm just gonna have Tim hit me in the shoulder with a hammer, and like break something. That would be a surgery, and I'm out for like a month and a half.
Why does Tim get to do it?
Okay, you can do it.
Okay, cool.
Both of you can. I don't care. Just get me out of work.
We're gonna jump you in our little gang.
Just run me over with your car.
No, whoa! I'm not hurting my car. Kidding me?
Okay, fair enough. Just don't kill me, but make it so I don't have to go to work.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll
What
think
if
of
you
something.
what if you can't play soccer anymore?
Don't care.
Oh, you don't care. Okay,
As long as I can watch. I already can't play.
What if you
soccer
go
anymore.
blind?
I can't play soccer anymore.
What if you go blind?
I don't want to go blind. Don't say
Okay.
that. Don't put that evil on me.
Also, if you're not watching sports tonight, I might be hopping on the Discord to
Discord.
play a little Elden Ring tonight. I got my cheesy Kamehameha blast mage up, and he's blasting. He's out there blasting.
Let me know.
so-
Let me know when you get on. I'll put a link on the Discord or on the Facebook for
Cool,
people to
yeah.
join the Discord and hang out and watch play.
Sounds
video
good.
games, Elden Ring.
Our good friend Matt Reeves, he joined us last time. I jumped on. That was
Not so. This is gonna be, we have two
Yeah.
Matt listeners. Actually, we
Yeah.
have three. We have Patreon Matt Reeves, and then Matt, who's an avid listener. I don't know if I want to say Matt. Can I say your last name?
beep. Hey, we'll beep it if we can.
Muscular military
There's-
Matt. That's
there's-
all.
yeah. Because he has large muscles and he used to be in the military.
And tonight I will be going to Elton John. So yeah.
Damn, we're
that'll
all
be fun.
busy tonight.
Yeah.
I'm the only one though going to be interacting with our listeners. So
Thank you for that, Vince. Thank you for the sacrifice. Are you excited for Elton John?
I mean, it's more for Alyssa,
Sing
my
out
wife.
the
But
song, you're the piano man.
I mean, he's one of the greatest musicians of our.
It was me singing to him. I know
okay.
that was Billy Joel,
Yeah. Okay.
but it was funny.
I mean,
I
he,
get it.
he even made like a new song with a more more recent artist, I think.
Well, he played piano on one of the songs in Chili Peppers' "The Getaway."
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Is
That's an old song though.
a couple years back.
I don't know. Did he get on Kanye's new album too? On the Donda 2 or?
I have no idea. I hope not, man. I
Yeah.
hope not.
Well, Tim, have fun.
All right.
Are you planning on doing any sort of drug?
Are you going to incriminate yourself here live on the internet?
I think I'll just stick to good old booze, but we'll see. We'll see what's offered if there's anybody offering anything up there. Probably not. It's going to be a lot of. That'll be one of. Probably going to be one of on the younger end of the demographic at the concert tonight.
People should just sell drugs at concerts like they do tickets. I got two here.
Might be able to find a lot of Viagra.
I have two
that's
We did.
I think maybe. I don't know
What?
this
Oh, we're good. Somebody was yelling at
is.
caption.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
no.
All right. Well, that's the podcast.
Yeah,
Before anything
anyways.
else breaks, we love you. Appreciate you. YouTube, Discord, yada yada. Bye.
I'm putting this thing down.
Bye-bye.
Oh, not Discord.
Ended. Thanks for one viewer. We appreciate you.
Shout out to
Come
one
back.
viewer. How long have they been there?
A while now. What are you opening Discord for?
I was an accident. I was trying to click on my.
End stream.